Welcome back to the Charismatic Voice. Yes, we are indeed in the new recording space, and it isn't entirely finished yet, but that's not going to prevent us from releasing videos still every Monday, Tuesday, and Friday at 8 a.m. Arizona time. Today, I'm going to be checking out an old Metallica song called Creeping Death. This will be my very first time listening to the song, and it will be my first time talking about the sponsor for today's video, Surfshark VPN. More on that later. Let's get to it.
Creeping death!
Gosh, their energy is nuts, off the chart. I love the way it's just enlivened even more by this massive crowd. I'm going to go back to the beginning. One of the other things that I think is really bringing a ton of energy is these interjections that we're hearing on the percussion side. It isn't necessarily striking on very expected or conventional beats. There's a lot of anticipation, and the interjections sometimes will come earlier or later than you expect. It's pretty cool.
Creeping death!
Wow, that's a good yell at the beginning too. Hey, that's cool. I like that function a lot. Y'all told me that I had to check out this live performance specifically in Moscow from 1991. The crowd is massive. I love that music is an international language, and I especially love our international community here at the Charismatic Voice, and that's why we decided to partner with Surfshark VPN for today's video. I'll tell you in just a bit how you can get a major discount using the code Charismatic, but first, I want to tell you about why I like Surfshark VPN, and that's because I hate music censorship. I want to be able to listen to the music that I want to listen to. I get sent songs every day by all of you, and sometimes these songs are blocked in the United States. But when I use Surfshark VPN, I can listen to them. These blocks happen in every country, and sometimes you don't even know about it. But using Surfshark VPN, you can listen to the music that you want to listen to. You can watch that show that you want to watch, and you can even look at the news from the perspective of another country. Just check out this view of me using Surfshark VPN from the app on my computer. You can see there are tons of locations to choose from all over the world. More locations here than are pinned in our map. I like Surfshark VPN in particular because I like finding the best deals. And Surfshark has the cheapest VPN pricing available for unlimited devices. Yes! Plus, if you use the code Charismatic, you'll get 3 free months and a 30-day money-back guarantee. That's a great deal. And now, let's all enjoy listening to a performance that's in Russia that we can watch from anywhere in the world, regardless of censorship. I always feel so impressed by this aggression in James Hetfield's voice. It's just so in your face. The texture of it feels gritty, but not like laid back, gonna have a beer. It's like spray you with acid kind of gritty. It's intense, 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 yet it still is packing quite a bit of sound as well. Yeah, it's very metal. I'm gonna go back. Ooh, throw it back a lot. Oh, I love the energy there. It's so fascinating how we have these sounds that are added in that are just not even melody. It's like the voice takes on an element of the percussion or something, and in bringing this lower, sort of deeper beat with that last shouted word. It's almost like a bark. There's that like really aggressive hitting in the percussion again. It just, it's almost disturbing. It makes me feel a little off kilter. Man, I love the way he even is adding this sense of a growl at the end. It's like an offset growl that he adds in here. Right there. And the offset of his sound, meaning when he stops singing a pitch, there's an extra bit of harsh vocalization in there. And I hear that in other spots as well. That's a really good example there. Wow. Oh my gosh, I swear. There are moments when this feels like there's a really big dog that's barking, like ruff, and then a line that's sung, and then another ruff. Sometimes if you actually imitate animals, you can find like little doors opening into different kinds of vocal technique. It's super, super fascinating. I think it's a really great way to explore some harsh vocal technique in particular. But this, I think, if you think about the aggression that dogs have when they're alerting somebody about an intruder or, barking at a car going by, James' voice has that same kind of energy and scariness to it. Wow. That's just, wow. Again, I just have to shout out, I love that music is an international language. Look at how packed this place is in 1991. Wow. And of course, they're singing in English, but this is in Russia, right? You don't have to understand every single word. You don't have to speak the same language music is still felt around the world. Wow. Wonder how many people were there.
So let it be written, so let it be done. I'm sent to bind the children one. So let it be written, so let it be done. To kill both perfection. Ooh, I'm too baby.
Oh, that's so cool. That one, he goes to an ooh at the end of the vocal line. It was like a clean offset instead, but it wasn't even an offset. It was like an extra little whirligig at the end. I don't think there's even a technical musical term for that, so I'm just going to call it a whirligig, okay?
So let it be written, so let it be done. To kill both perfection. Ooh, I'm too baby.
Ooh, a couple other things in here. I want to go back. That was full of like interesting vocal tidbits.
So let it be written, so let it be done. To kill both perfection.
Okay, so there is no pitch correction being used. And I want to talk about why I know this. James is very specific about his pitch. He's able to sort of like just take this truck of a sound and blast it through pitches all the time. Be very, very much centered in the pitch. In this section, at one point, he goes a little sharp on it. And then another section, he's definitely weaving in like a speech shout kind of tonality. So we don't have as a specific a pitch. Now, if we were to put some sort of pitch correction software on top of that, it would end up having troubles identifying a pitch, and it would freak out and leave lots of artifacts.
So let it be done. I'm sent to bind the children one. So let it be written, so let it be done.
So that part, that line, you can hear it doesn't have a real sustained sung pitch in there. It's more shouted, but it has a kind of a holler to it. So it's a semi-quasi sung.
So let it be written,
This one,
so let it be done.
right there.
To kill both perfection.
And right there, he actually goes a little sharp on the line. Often that happens from being a little too excited.
So let it be done.
Or it could be intentional.
To kill both perfection. Ooh, I'm too baby.
I love that ooh.
Yeah, you know what? God damn it. Turkey baby, go.
Turkey baby. Ah. I'm sorry. Did I hear that correct? I think I did, but I have to just go back and make sure.
Yeah, you know what? God damn it. Turkey baby, go.
Turkey baby. Right. Whoa. Okay. I'm going to go back there, but I just have to say, it really took me getting into metal to fully appreciate guitars and guitar solos. And it's moments like this where I just really love guitars. This is a new thing. Okay, it used to be like I really loved cellos, and I still love cellos. Don't get me wrong, cellos, you guys are amazing. But wow, the way that my emotions get inspired and manipulated by guitar solos, it is intense, and it's become more and more effective as I've fallen more in love with metal music. So I'm gonna go back this section, this last like little bit from him. I loved the pitch raising in it. Oh. So fast too. Ooh! Ooh. The chunky beat. Okay, I think that might have been the riff that was played earlier on as well. It's catchy. It's one of the things Metallica does really well. They'll have a riff and this energy that goes with it tends to be simpler often, and it pulls a crowd in. Take that and then the massive energy that this band has. And like, of course, people are freaking out and so excited about them. Yes. Whoa. Ooh, a nice bass.
We know we got some singing people, so repeat it with me. Die, die, die.
Whoa. We're going to come back to that. First, I just want to mention a quick thing about tempo and drums and heartbeats. I think it's so important to have a really, really good beat in music, or it's just some way that a person can essentially tune in their heartbeat to a sound. Often when we have that strong pulse, it's like our heartbeats can sort of link or hook into it. And when things get really exciting, the rhythm and the tempo, if it's not like a click track that's really produced, if it's a live performance, the rhythm and the tempo, they tend to speed up a little bit. And that's probably because our hearts are just beating faster in excitement. It's really exciting and grounding in a different kind of way when you have this really low beat. This makes you want to get down with it, and it just establishes this groove that makes me want to dance. And if I'm real honest, it kind of makes me want to headbang. Okay, gonna go back. This looks like an interesting crowd interaction coming up.
Die!
Whoa, okay, let's go back further.
So repeat it with me. Die, die, die.
Wow. Ugh. Man, it's pretty intense. And I'm a super non-aggressive person, though I have to say I like aggressive vocals. This, honestly, with lots and lots of people yelling die, 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 I feel a little bit intimidated. And maybe that's the point. I know that this song goes back to plagues and Moses and Egypt. And when I was reviewing some lyrics for it ahead of time, I was like, whoa, that's right. A bunch of firstborns were killed. That is pretty over the top, in my opinion. Like, I hate the idea of tons of babies dying. I just, nope, count me out. But hearing everybody yelling die in the audience like this, it just makes your stomach sink in a lot of ways. Yet there's this energy going with it. And I ended up just feeling conflicted, actually, listening to this section. I'm really curious what other people's experiences of this. I wonder in the crowd, especially, like what kind of scintillating energy there must be going on. But again, the aggressive vocals are exciting to me. It's almost strange how conflicting this is. Okay, back a little bit. Yeah. Like, what would you do if you just ran into a crowd all yelling "hi" like that? That's a massive crowd, too. Terrifying. Legit terrifying. Wow. Oh my gosh. I feel like they're tapping into something that is just so caveman primal here. It it's almost like it feels like it's going back to a time before we really had full sentences. We're just uttering one syllable over and over. Whoa. Wow. I need to go back and experience that again. This is an experience. That intro is so cool too. Oh my gosh, that's so... Whoa. Oh my gosh, that held on to holler and then this like guitar squeal. Whoa. What, I feel like this is the most aggressive sound I've heard from Metallica so far. No wonder you all have been recommending it. Oh, I mean, Master of Puppets is also super aggressive, but this actually feels even more. Whoa. Huh. Yeah. One more time. Wow. Oh gosh, like even his stance is primal. Look at that. Right? He's almost like, even a little hunched over, definitely has those legs spread across or apart, gives a little bit more support to the voice. It's so grounded. Wow. I just had a revelation. I always thought that the like windmilling of the hair was meant to feel kind of flowy and that people grew their hair out because it was fun to like have flowing hair all around. And the way that he flung his head there, I suddenly realized I think in a more aggressive situation, it feels like it's meant to be a whip and not nice flowy hair. Sorry, y'all probably knew that all along, but I was really like, oh my gosh, it's a hair whip, not like a hair floof, right? Whoa. Ooh, yeah. Ooh, he's got a great aggressive too. And that's that same like sustained sing speak. Sometimes they have something like this in opera called oh my gosh. It's not Singspiel. It's oh no, I'm forgetting the name of it. I can't believe I'm blanking on this. It's an incredible, slightly creepy style of singing that's often found in like more modern German singing. I'll think of it in a little bit. I'll be back to it. If I don't think of it, I'm gonna have a pop-up right now that says what that word is, okay? Let's go back for now. Oh. Sprechstimme. Yeah, that's the term. Oh my gosh, I like them together. So much of that. The openness of these harmonies right now and the pitches being chosen feel a little bit exotic and also ancient to me. So I feel like they're using that to harken back to Egypt. Maybe. Maybe it's something entirely different and I'm just interpreting that because I know what the song's about. Oh, cool. I'm just gonna go back a little bit, but then I'm gonna let it play for a little longer this time because I'm loving the way that there's never a drop in the energy. They basically just morph it into something else instead. It really holds me and continues to hold me. And I loved the way that they took this riff and morphed it into different areas of the ensemble. It's grabbing. Let's go back to here. Oh, wow. Well, morphing again. Oh my gosh. Whoa. They morphed so many times. The way that they drug out this ending is just phenomenal. This takes the meaning of aggression in music to the whole next level. Whoa, I love the way that the energy of it isn't something you can just listen to. It's not a casual experience. It demands that you absorb the song. It's like this wall of sound that is just coming at you and it's going to overtake you. You don't really have any say in the matter. It has been so much fun to discover Metallica through all of you and your suggestions. I've loved beginning to explore and understand why they are such a great, great band. If you would like to see some more analysis of them, you can check out this playlist over here. And may you fall more in love with music every day from wherever you're at without having any sort of music censorship preventing you from listening to the music that you want to listen to.